Okay, everyone, I'm back and it's 2:36. So let's get back and see. I don't have much hope to cover like more material today, but I wanted to show you something. I know that I'm trying to create like a Revit or this or this or this, but reality also is great. Like so, those are some pictures that I myself captured during one of my inspections, and this was for something called grade beam. Does anyone know in this class what grade beam is? Grade beam.
It's a alternative for a foundation wall. It's just shorter.
Yeah, I can agree and disagree because some people, if they just interpret your statement the way you said it, probably they will get wrong understanding. So the footing, it sits on the ground. It's a complete system. And so we have a foundation wall sits on a strip footing. Okay, so that's one option for foundation. But the grade beam does not go by itself. The grade beam does not go by itself. The
It
grade
yeah,
beam,
it spans from um, the because there's big pier supports there.
it's called
For
bile. So it goes from bile to another bile. So really what replaces the foundation wall is not only the grade beam, because the grade beam does not sit on top of the soil, same as the footing does. The grade beam sits on piles, and that's a big difference between a grade beam and the footing. So one more time, the grade beam does not sit on top of the soil. It sits and span between different. Okay, so this was a grade beam, and this was a work in progress, photo, and that's typically the situation. You know what happens? Been to so many project and inspections, and they call you. They have, like, let's say they have some work is complete, like some part of the beam is complete, but they are going to finish it tonight. Okay, and then tomorrow morning they are going to bore the entire beam section. Okay, so what you do is you say, okay, you know what? I'll go through it. I'll note what is missing, and please take a picture and send me the picture before you pour the concrete. Because otherwise, if you pour concrete, there is no way for you to see. Okay. So just guys, I want to get you to think. This is a great progress picture is not complete. And what do you think? Can anybody tell me what do you think? What is missing?
the other side of the form.
I was just gonna say that.
For sure they cannot. For sure, you know what, even they don't send you a picture, they cannot bore the beam without the other form. So don't tell me that's missing. That's not my job, by the way. When I go do rebar inspection, I'm not doing form inspection. I'm doing rebar inspection. So I know it's missing, but again, that's their job. Let them show me how they can bore the beam without the other side of the form.
What is your question again, sir?
The rebar on
Is
the
there
bottom.
bottom bars missing in there?
Actually, I want to say something before I continue. I want to say something. Sometimes I ask them, you guys need to give to get me in on site before you put the other side, because once they put the other side, trust me, it becomes so hard to look through. You can see, think about it. If I put the other side of the form, can I see the bottom bars or anything else? Or you can see it's going to be very tight. You have to stick your eye between, there is between, you can see on the top there are 4 bars side by side, and there is a very little space that you can see through. You guys notice that? So it's very difficult. I ask them to get me before they close it. When I approve it, I say, yeah, go ahead, close it, and then bore.
This
Okay, so
might be a dumb question, but since that beam is just appears to be just above the soil, and you said it doesn't sit on the soil. That's compacted soil as well, right? Do we have or I guess we do have moments, but does the soil resist the moment on the bottom side?
Michael, you know what? Just be patient and I will show you what happens here. And one of the mistakes in this picture here, I'll show you that one of the mistake is that the soil is not dug to the right elevation. I bet you if you look at the bottom, you will see looks like the stirrup is already sitting on top of the soil, which shouldn't be the case, and I will share with you why. Okay.
Looks like it's floating, but don't know.
Yeah, I mean
know.
that's a big mistake, by the way, and I'll tell you why in a minute. But that's a big mistake. I'll show you what I mean, but just give me a few minutes. But guys, I'm gonna probably, for the sake of time, I'm gonna share with you. For example, let's say you're doing an inspection, you wanna add some notes. So obviously the bottom rebar is not there. You can see that very clear. The bottom rebar is not installed yet. Okay. And if this beam depth is more than 750, what do you think? What is missing? If the beam depth is more than 70, which was the case. So this is, I think, was 900 mil beam, like a 3 feet deep beam. So what's missing if the beam is 3 feet deep beam?
Skinny reinforcement.
Skin reinforcement is missing. You can see, look at the side. There is no bars on the side. It means skin reinforcement is missed. Okay. I'm going to share with you why this is a fatal mistake, what they are doing right now. So what happens is they should excavate to not only to the underside of the so it looks like there is no cover, huh? Looks like my stirrup is sitting on top of the soil, which means there is no concrete cover. And so that by itself, it's a mistake. Like, to have no concrete cover, it's a mistake. But the fatal mistake for grip beam is not only about the cover, but watch this, please. Okay, so keep watching, huh? So I'm going to show you another picture here. So that's okay. You can see this another picture, and probably this is a better progress. You can see here bottom bars are there. If this beam is more than 750, so we still need some skin reinforcement bars, and also the same fatal mistake that the stirrup and the rebar is almost sitting on top of the soil. Okay, now let's see. Okay, we're very close. So here is another beam. I'm not going to go through this one. This is copy and paste. But please look at this. Guys, please look at the picture and share with me. So you see, we have like little bars. We have bars, and the bars are, we have kind of biles, steel biles, and the bars are kind of tied or welded to the steel biles. But you see some form. But there is something I never talk in my class about.
Are you talking about the void form?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We have here something called void form. And the void form is a must. Please write it down. The void form is a must for grip beams. Because simply the grip beams, they're supposed to be below the grip beam. Must. It's a must to add void form. And the void form is simply, it acts as a separation between, first of all, it will work as a form, a bottom for your beam. So when you pour concrete loose, fresh, it simply will work as a form. Okay. However, once the beam is in action, so it's strong and it can resist load, guess what? If this beam goes into winter and there is no void form, do you know what's the problem? The beam goes into winter and there is no void form were installed. Disaster. It's a big disaster, because guess what? You guys know that the soil gets moist because it's raining the whole year, or in summer, sorry. And then when things gets very cold in winter, the water will go from liquid to become icy. And then ice, it means requires more volume. You guys learned this from concrete and durability in concrete. So it tries to expand. It will push to the underside of your beam. The pressure is huge, crazy, very, very powerful Mother Nature. It will simply bend your beam up and then will break your beam. So what happens if we have a void form? This is what happens. Let me show you the next picture. I think I have this one here. So that's kind of a a sketch to show you the action of the void form. So you can see in this picture here, the void form is under the beam. When the concrete is fresh, it will work as form. And so what happens here in winter, where the soil gets frost and then is trying to expand, it will simply crush. It will crush the void form and your beam will not be affected. So please, anytime you go do an inspection for grip beam, make sure that the soil was dug to the right elevation. And what should be the right elevation? It should be to the underside of the void form, which means your beam depth plus, typically this is 100 mil, typically it's 4 inches. So the void form is 4 inches. So it's supposed to be 4 inches plus the underside of your beam. So you must have a gap to install void form. And if you are on site and the void forms are not there, please ensure that they are in your notes. It has to be installed. The void form, it will have to span between piles. The void form will have to span entirely between the piles. Okay. I think that's what I wanted to say, and we have 3 minutes, and let's see if we have any question for now. Guys, I'm asking you for your input. If you have any question, guys, with this, we have finished the beam design. So the beam design is over, and you're able to solve 100% of your assignment. The assignment was set to Saturday midnight. Saturday midnight. Do you guys need extension for Saturday midnight?
Sunday.
You know what? I'll do even better. I will make it Monday by 3 p.m. because my promise is my promise. I finished the material today for my assignment, and I promised you for 1 week, so my promise will stay the same. It will be Monday 3 p.m.
Thank you.
Domenico, why you're against extending the deadline? Why no?
We have a horrible week, but our weekend is pretty empty, so I didn't mind if you had it on Saturday.
Well, if you submit your assignment, trust me, D2L will never say no, Diego, don't do that.
Yeah, you're right.
Just do whenever you're ready, whenever you like. I know I myself will work your way, to be honest. If I have free time, and that's exactly what I'm doing right now, I'm just kind of pushing on myself so hard so I can get material, probably 2 weeks ahead. And hopefully I can do that because you never know. You can get sick, you can get some commitment from family, and you better work proactively.
Domenico, we have assignment for still on Friday. We have Thursday, surveying on Thursday to submit. So it's better to make it Monday.
That's right, Raymond. We'll have so much
Guys,
candy in our system.
listen, guys, I'm not negotiating. I'm just trying to stick to my promise to you. So my promise to you is 1 week, and I can see I finished today by 3, so it will be Monday by 3. And if you want to work proactively and submit the assignment early, let's do that by all means. Okay. Any other question for now? If no, as usual, I'm gonna wish you the best of your day. Thank you, and have a
Thanks,
great day.
Tahir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.